Nicole Fritz, so this is pretty interesting, very robust grilling there, I guess.
Absolutely, a rigorous, robust grilling, as you said, and this is, I think it is a victory for our democracy, for the openness and the transparency and accountability that are the principles that underlie our Constitution, that we as the public should be permitted to scrutinize these interview processes and know that what is happening is a rigorous, robust engagement with the candidates for potential appointment to the NDPP.
So let's talk about Kekla Chauke, just briefly. Big names were mentioned there, Richard Mdluli. So crime intelligence, but he was facing a kidnapping and murder charge. That was dropped. Dramata, that was an illegal rendition claim. So these are big cases, so he's been grilled about his handling of those.
Exactly, so very specific allegations against him. He has been given the opportunity to engage, to respond, to exonerate himself. The case involving Richard Mdluli and the withdrawal of those charges, that was a case that Freedom Under Law in fact brought, challenging the withdrawal of charges against Richard Mdluli. Certainly there were concerns that we had in respect of Advocate Chauke, but I mean this process allows him then to respond and to exonerate himself and clear his name, and it is a credit, I think, to the process that there is such a robust engagement.
Well, there was a legal fight. How big, you've touched on it already, but how big of a victory is it that we can watch these proceedings?
So I think, it's a victory. These are ad hoc proceedings in the sense that we've never had an open process for appointment of the NDPP. The Constitution gives the power to the President, and he alone in his discretion makes that appointment. He, in his wisdom, I think, and responding to pressure from civil society organizations and the public, recognizing that it is of utmost importance that public confidence be returned to the National Prosecuting Authority, has sought to make this process more open, has appointed the panel to ensure that he has is able to consult, has greater contribution of views, which will then enrich his decision-making process. That said, it was a surprise that the presidency sought initially to resist these proceedings being made public. There's no reason why they shouldn't proceed just as the interview selection process does for judicial candidates before the Judicial Services Commission. The person who is appointed the National Prosecuting Head is as important, as integral to our criminal justice system as those sitting on the bench, and the public must be able to scrutinize this process.
Well, it's huge, because many would say that's why state capture flourished, if you don't have a prosecution authority working. Right,
and we see this engagement with Advocate Chauke. We know that there have been the various cases that we've already alluded to, the Dramat, Sibia, Robert McBride cases, where he is actually being asked to give us more information. So this process not only enriches the appointment process and allows the public, hopefully, to have real confidence in the person who is appointed to lead the National Prosecuting Authority, but it's also a process that gives us, the public, greater information in respect of an institution that has been so compromised by allegations of state capture, and potentially has been so critical to the capture of our state.
Just very quickly, because we want to go back and dip in. Of these 11 candidates, do any stand out to you as an exemplary prosecutions boss?
No, so we haven't sort of touted a favourite. We don't have a candidate that's received Freedom Under Law's endorsement. I'm not sure that would do anyone particular favours. We think that there's a diversity of experience that is represented here. We hope that there's a person of unimpeachable integrity appointed, with great prosecutorial experience, managerial experience, but has empathy with the average South African's experience of the criminal justice system.
All right, thank you so much, Nicole Fritz from Freedom Under Law. And let's take you back to the union buildings.